It's like the Afghanistan stuff, right? You're just looking around going, this stuff is just literally crazy. It's upside down. And, something's got to break, and it's not going to break under our normal way of doing things. It's not. It's not going to break by giving another press conference or giving another speech.
All right, that's a look at a newly released mini documentary by Texas Congressman Chip Roy, who is live at our southern border in Del Rio, Texas. Congressman Roy joins us now. Congressman, thanks for being here. Sean and I were talking about this earlier. You've made several trips actually to our southern border. So what's different about this one? Is there anything new that you're seeing down there?
Well, I'm in Del Rio right now. Forgive me, I think a train's about to come in the background. Perfect timing. But I'm down here with 5 members of Congress, 4 others, including myself, and then 5 from the Texas legislature, meeting with ranchers, meeting with Border Patrol, meeting with DPS. And look, the border is still wide open. Everybody's focused rightly on some of the concerns in Ukraine. I understand that, but we got 1,000 people a day coming through just right here in the Del Rio sector. And that means there's loads of fentanyl pouring into our communities. And we just finished a meeting with ranchers, and I wish every one of you could have the meeting I just had with ranchers down here whose fences are getting cut, livestock is getting out, their houses are getting overrun, they're in danger, and they're tired of having no support and no help from Washington, D.C. Texas is trying to step up. They're doing their part by, putting DPS down there and trying to help, but it's a little bit of a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, and we need to actually step up and fight. And I'm going to say my message to Republicans in Washington: get off your butt and stand up for a secure border. I'm sick of it. Honestly, the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen, Republicans pretending like they care about the border when they don't.
So you just mentioned, Ukraine and what's going on there. I got to be honest, it's been hard enough to get attention as it was. Are you worried that with what's going on there, it's going to distract from this? If you weren't down there, I don't know how many people would be covering this stuff. It's your efforts and efforts like people like you that are getting this attention, but it's hard to break through. Are you concerned that with what's going on in Russia, it's going to be even harder to get the attention?
Well, look, we got to pay attention to world affairs. We got to be able to walk and chew gum. We can watch what's happening in Ukraine, but I wish that the leadership of this country on both sides of the aisle gave a whit about border security in America as much as they're focused on Ukraine. We can pay attention to what's going on in Eastern Europe, but we should have been standing up against Putin a long time ago. Now, right here in America, we have cartels who are carrying out their lives every bit as much as Putin is, endangering the American people, putting fentanyl into the communities, killing kids. You got 100,000 people dying from drugs, kids overdosing from Xanax laced with fentanyl. You've got ranchers getting overrun. You've got all sorts of migrants, dead bodies being found in counties all across South Texas. Brooks County, 119 dead bodies here in Del Rio sector. Just since October 1, 26 dead migrants trying to come across the Rio Grande. Where's all the compassion among my Democratic colleagues about migrants? Where are they in terms of patting themselves on the back? They're ignoring the crisis at the border, and I'm going to keep beating this drum because it impacts everybody in this country. We're empowering China, and if you think all of the money going into the pockets of the cartels right now aren't going to be used against us for years to come, you're insane.
Yeah, where is the compassion in all of that? Last month was the worst January for illegal border crossings in the last 2 decades, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, with nearly 154,000 encounters, as you well know, which is up 96% from the previous year. Knowing that, this administration has been so focused on vaccine mandates and getting Americans vaccinated, yet we have all these people coming across our border that aren't vaccinated, who aren't being tested. Is that a concern for you? Only have about 40 seconds left for you, Congressman.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we just saw what happened with Republicans last week in vaccine mandates with Mitt Romney and Jim Inhofe refusing to even show up to vote. That's a whole other conversation. But now what we're seeing happen at the border, people are still coming across the border, COVID positive. And the reality is the American people need to understand this is directly impacting them. The wide open border is affecting their schools. It's affecting their neighborhoods, it's powering cartels, it's powering China. And I'm sick and tired of watching the federal government refusing to do its job to protect the American people. Time for us to stand up now.
Well, Congressman Roy, we appreciate your time down there. You drawing attention to this. We'll have to have you back. And we need more people like you, not only raising awareness, but doing something about it. So thanks for your time and thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you. God bless.